This week in Jamaica Now, IAAF official indicates that Jamaican Veronica Campbell-Brown could get a light sentence after being tested positive for a banned substance. Controversy reigns as Lisa Hanna calls for a review of the abortion laws. Jamaicans overseas wrap up 5th Biennial Diaspora Conference in Montego Bay. The details of these and other stories coming up after the break.
Captain Burrell, your expiry date is up, and nothing is more disgusting than a stale whole wheat bread in your house, something which you should know about since you are in the baking business.
I'm Heather Cummings and this is Jamaica Now. There are indications that Jamaican sprinter Veronica Campbell-Brown could get a light sentence after being tested positive for a banned substance. The International Association of Athletics Federations, IAAF's Nick Davies, is quoted as saying, based on the evidence, it seems the offence is minor consistent with the association's rule. The 31-year-old Campbell-Brown reportedly tested positive for a diuretic at an invitational meet in Kingston in May. She has since been provisionally suspended by the Jamaica Athletics Administrative Association, and a disciplinary hearing is now being constituted. An Anchovy high school girl who allegedly stabbed a classmate to death on Wednesday is now in police custody. The accused schoolgirl has secured a lawyer as police prepare to question her. Meanwhile, a YouTube video which captured the stabbing death has been pulled. The 6-minute-long video showing the death of 13-year-old Jamaica Dawkins was uploaded just hours after the killing. There have been mixed reactions to the call by Youth and Culture Minister Lisa Hanna to review the abortion law. In her contribution to the sectoral debate in the House of Representatives, Ms. Hanna said the law is outdated and that a debate on changing the legislation has been ongoing for the last 38 years. But the executive chairman of the Church of God in Jamaica, Reverend Lenworth Anglin, says the church is concerned about possible abuse of the legislation should abortion be legalized. However, human rights lobby group Jamaicans for Justice and noted attorney Bert Samuels are supporting a review of the legislation. The criminal case against former Transport and Works Junior Minister Joseph Hibbert is to be brought to a close following his death last Saturday. Hibbert was accused of corruption after British bridge building company Maybe and Johnson confessed in the United Kingdom to paying him kickbacks. In Parliament this week, opposition members paid tribute to their late former colleague, but there was none from the government side, prompting the Central St. Catherine MP Olivia Grange to denounce the government's silence. The Customs Department has launched a probe into allegations that a major importer in Western Jamaica breached the Customs Act after failing to pay just under $1 billion in duties on meat and other agricultural produce. The unpaid duties should incur fines in the region of $3 billion, bringing to almost $4 billion the total figure now due. Last week, Commissioner of Customs Major Richard Rees said while his officers had started investigations into the allegations, he was yet to formally receive the file on the case. Jamaicans living overseas wrapped up their 5th Biennial Diaspora Conference in Montego Bay, St. James this week. Prime Minister Portia Simpson Miller told the conference that the diaspora is key to the country's growth and development and called for Jamaicans living overseas to invest here. And the delegates appealed to the government to set up a central unit to deal with the issues affecting the diaspora, as well as streamlining mechanisms to ease the process of doing business.
So we want to see, for example, myself, if the fact that I want to do business in Jamaica, if it's really going to take me 6 months. If that's the case, investors overseas are going to be happy because they're now focused on getting a return on their investment.
Over 500 delegates attended the 3-day conference, which was held at the Montego Bay Convention Center in Montego Bay, St. James. And that's it for this edition of Jamaica Now, your weekly review of the big news stories. Send us your comments at onlinefeedback@gleanerjm.com. You may tune into Power 106 FM for regular updates. Follow us on Twitter @Jamaica Gleaner and on Facebook @Gleaner Jamaica. I'm Heather Cummings, and as we go, we bring you highlights from the 5th Biennial Diaspora Conference in Montego Bay, St. James.
This is Levi Roos, the Dragon Slayer, and you're watching
Lena Online.
You can be a Dragon Slayer as well. Respect.